you know what? If I'm not getting the desired result, then it must be something I'm doing. If everybody is subject to the exact same law, and I see other people winning and I'm not, it must be something that I'm doing. And I'm telling you, brothers, I'm telling you, one of those things is.
Is it not written in your law that ye are gods? You understand what I'm saying? So it just depends on what level you on based on, whether you're human or whether you're immortal.
At ease, it's your boy Soul Immortal. Stop pursuing money. Brothers, the bag is empty. What do you mean, Soul? Well, let me first state my position, because what I'm not saying is that we shouldn't be pursuing financial gain. What I'm saying is I'm not saying that we shouldn't be pursuing, the trinkets and the treasures and the homes and the cars and the vacations and all these things of this world, man. Because a lot of people will take, having these things or being in that energy. A lot of people will place that in a negative energy. And I'm telling you, that alone has kept a lot of people from achieving, these things, because they think it's a negative thing to have a certain dollar amount in the bank. Right. So what I'm not saying is we shouldn't be striving to obtain things of this world. I mean, we're human. We're having a human experience. So obtaining these things and experiencing these things is part of the game, right? I'm not saying that we shouldn't be setting financial goals and hitting these goals and making higher goals. I'm not saying that. Ultimately, what I'm saying is the way that society has forced success down our throats or getting to a certain level, brother, it's the wrong way, man. It's the wrong way. And the thing is, it took me 15, 17, 20 years of a journey to get to the end of that road and realize that it was the wrong way, right? I mean, picture going down a road, picture taking a journey trying to get to a goal, and you finally get there after years. You show up and you realize that society has sent you on a trip on a bridge to nowhere. You know what I'm saying? That's what I experienced. And that's, brother, I'm telling you, that's what I don't want the brothers behind me to experience, right? Because see, this is what we're taught. We're taught, to set these goals. And like I mentioned the other day, we're taught to just strong arm and work and do all these things and keep our eyes on the prize, which for most people is a dollar amount. For most people, that's a dollar amount. But I'm telling you, brothers, when you focus on that dollar amount, brother, you're missing the bus. You're missing the bus and you don't even know it. Even if you achieve these goals and if you follow certain principles, if you govern yourself to the laws that operate this world, you will still achieve these goals. But I'm telling you, if that financial number, if that is your end goal, brother, I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, you in for a rude awakening when you get there, brother. You in for a rude awakening when you get there. But the thing is, most people that go that route, the majority of people that set these goals and want to have these aspirations, they'll never get there. And the reason is, and the thing is, they don't even know why they won't get there. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, most people, the average American that has a certain level of success, this certain dollar amount, like once I hit this dollar amount, then I'm going to be good. I'm going to be free. They'll never get there. And I'll tell you why, brothers. And the thing is, the answer for me was at the bottom, right? Like if you want the answer to true happiness, if you want the answer to quote unquote success, because I use that word very loosely, I'm telling you, brothers, that the answer is at the bottom. The recipe, pun intended, is in the struggle, man. It's in the struggle. This is one thing, brothers. Think about this. Or I use myself, for example. When I found myself at the lowest of lows, and I'm talking about when the repo man was knocking on the door. I'm talking about when the foreclosure man, when the electric bill man was knocking on the door and say, bro, you ain't paid us in a minute. I'm talking about when the refrigerator was empty. I'm talking about when my back against the wall and nothing else, there was nothing else I could do. There was nothing I'm telling you, the answer to all things was right there, and I didn't know it. At the moment, I didn't know it, brothers. And the answer is you have to surrender that desire. This is what I'm saying, brothers. Like when you have these goals and aspirations and financial numbers and all this stuff, the reason why most people don't get to those goals is because they fail to surrender it. But because everything in this world is telling us to do the opposite, man. It's telling us to do the opposite. 2 points to take away from surrendering your goals, right? One thing that's keeping people from getting to that, right, is the ego. Is the ego. I read this, man, a long time ago in the Master Key system. And I'm telling you, brothers, the first time I read it, it didn't make sense. The first time I read it, it didn't make sense. And then once I started moving toward this energy, it started to make a little bit more sense, but it still wasn't speaking to me of what I thought it was saying, right? And it's in the Master Key system. And it says this. It says, the race has usually been for money and other mere symbols of power. But with an understanding of the true source of power, we can afford to ignore the symbols. The man with a large bank account finds it unnecessary to load his pockets down with gold. So with the man who has found the true source of power, he is no longer interested in its shams or its pretensions. The brother, when I first read that, brother, I almost shunned it because I was like, that's not matching up with what I've been taught. You know, me strive, like I want to get these things. And you telling me you're telling me that the man that the enlightened man is a man that has released those things and understands his power. Like I get that, but I still want to achieve these things. I still want to, live in certain areas and drive cars and see, I still want to win in life, right? And I misunderstood this, man, because what that was saying, that's not saying that a man shouldn't have nice things. It's saying that once a man suppresses, that ego in himself, once a man suppresses that desire to please the world, once that man, suppresses that desire, man, to put a smile on everybody's face or have everybody look at him saying, I'm the man. What people don't understand is once you release that, brother, you get access to all things. You get access to all. It kind of goes back in the Bible, man. It kind of goes back to what was it called? The rich young ruler. The rich young ruler makes so much sense to me now, man. When the rich young ruler went to the messenger and said, "Hey, man, I want to be down with your crew. Like I want to be down, man. Like put me on." And it said Jesus said, "Okay, cool. You want to be down?" It said, "Go get rid of the cribs and the cars and the 30 herd of sheep and the whatnot, right?" He said, go get rid of all that stuff and you can be down. He said, the rich young ruler said, dang, bro, like I want to be down. But how I'm going to look, man, when I get rid of all my stuff and I'm just sitting here with nothing. Like, how is the world going to view me? And he said, the messenger said, well, when you get rid of all that stuff, come holler at me. When you can get rid of all that stuff, come talk to me, man, and we can see what we can do. That's what that's saying, brother. It took me the longest to understand that the death of my ego was actually the place where I could obtain everything, man. So one thing is you have to surrender, man. Like that desire you have. Of course, I'm saying not to, and I'll get to that in a minute. Not to live in that energy, but you have to release that. You have to release that stronghold you have on it. You have to release that stronghold on it. And it takes me to the second part. If you go back to one of my favorites, if you go back to Outwitting the Devil, it talks about hypnotic rhythm, right? And if you understand hypnotic rhythm, you understand that hypnotic rhythm is how everything in this world, this third dimension, this is how everything is created. Matter of fact, nothing can be created without hypnotic rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Because what you're talking about is the spiritual pendulum of this world just going back and forth, swinging between two polar opposites. That's how things are created in the third dimension, right? So think about when you have this pursuit. Or think about when you have this stronghold on money. Think about what you're doing on a spiritual level. Picture this pendulum swinging between have and have not, have and have not, right? What happens when you grab hold to that pendulum and say, you know what? No, I want to stay in this energy right here. I want to be in the have. I want success. I want money. And you fail to let that thing swing and create. You're really putting your life on freeze, man. You're really putting your life and your success on hold by failing to release what creates this thing, man. So if you want to get the bag, if you want to get success, if you want to get happiness, I'm telling you, brothers, you have to understand that first, it's on the other side of releasing. It's on the other side of trying to please this world, and two, it's part of. You have to understand the laws, man. You have to understand the laws. What you have to understand is if this world isn't giving you exactly what you want, you have to understand, brother, that it's something you need to change. Like there is no way around it. Because if you understand that this world we live in is governed by laws, it's governed by principles, it doesn't matter who's doing the thing. It's all about what it's all about how that person is projecting. What I'm saying is this. If you're living this world, if you live in this life, right, that we're all experiencing, and you're not getting, what you desire out of this world, if you're living this life and it seems like you just keep bumping your head against a ceiling, as far as like, things you want to achieve or a level of happiness, brother, I'm telling you, man, you have to first understand this. This is the first thing you have to understand. You have to understand that this world is governed by law. And that's the beauty of it. So any excuse you want to put on it first, I'm from here. I'm this color. My parents didn't go to this college, or I'm from any excuse you want to put on it, but it instantly wipes that out. And that's the beauty of it. And then it tells you this. It says, you know what? If I'm not getting the desired result, then it must be something I'm doing. If everybody is subject to the exact same law, and I see other people winning, and I'm not, it must be something that I'm doing. And I'm telling you, brothers, one of those things is surrender. The primary thing is going to be you surrendering what it is you want, man. And that's a hard thing to do if you don't understand what's taking place, in the inner workings of life. Ego death, man. Your desire to be, to look a certain way, man. You have no idea how much that's holding you back. This is the thing, bro. And I'm gonna keep it 100. And I've said this before. Like, you can strong arm your way to this, man. And I I had an end goal in my mind, for about 5 years. I had an end goal, brothers, and I pursued that goal. I knew exactly what I wanted my life to look like on a material level. And I got that exact desire of my heart, brother. And I'm telling you, when I got there and that place was empty, it all made sense to me, brothers. It all made sense to me, brothers. A lot of the stuff that I was reading finally made sense to me. So if you want to achieve your goals, brother, it's simply about, man, you just going to your highest level of frequencies. I don't know no other way to put it. I wish I had a better way to say it. For example, man, this morning I get up, man, I go eat breakfast, and I'm at one of my favorite breakfast joints over there in at the Cowboys facility here in Frisco. And I'm just sitting there, brothers, and I'm sitting there, man, drinking some orange juice, man, having some, little nice little breakfast set up, man. And I'm looking around, and I'm just observing my life. I'm observing the people around me. I'm observing people coming and going, people working on their laptops, and people having conference calls for work, people in the back working. And I'm just observing my surroundings, man. And I said, this was the frequency I lived at. Like when I was living in the portion of my life before where I am now, when I was in a struggling, buggling corporate America and life was hectic and I'm stressing every day. When I imagined my life, this is what it was. Like whatever my day consists of, 7 days a week, that's the life I was thinking about. Now, what I didn't do was put a dollar amount on that. What I didn't do was put a dollar on that. All I put on that was a frequency. All I put on that was a desire. And like the dollar amount and the ego and how I was going to be projected, brother, all that stuff was gone. I was focused only on my inner peace. And I lived in that space. And I'm telling you, and when I look back, brother, that's how I created every stage of my life, man. Every stage of my life. I was on the phone with a sister last night, man. Or she texted me and she was like, well, what you doing? I'm like, I'm sitting here just looking at homes in Florida, cause I'm planning on moving to Florida. Give me a place on the beach here in the next, I don't know when it's going to pan out. But I was sitting there thinking, and I was like, man, like I feel myself going through this transition again. And I see myself at this end goal. The last thing I think about is what do properties cost in this area I'm looking at. Like literally, that's the last thing on my mind at this point. Like I've been to Florida. I know what the cost of living in. I know what homes cost. I know that. I brought that data into my body, right? But now that I'm creating, I release all that, brothers. I release what people will think about me if I have a house overlooking the beach. I release the thought of what people will think about me, how they will view me if I have a certain kind of car in that garage. You know what I'm saying? I've released that ego. I've allowed hypnotic rhythm to do its thing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, man, before I understood that, when I thought it was about just going out and shining and struggling and strong arming and creating and winning, brother, I had it wrong, man. I played that game and actually won it. A lot of people play that game and don't win it. I played that game and won it and felt like I was in dead last when I got there, brothers. Feel like I was dead last when I got there, man. So all I'm saying is this, brothers. Get the nice things of this world. Let's win, man. Let's do it, bro. Let's get the big cribs and all these things. But let's do it the right way. Let's do it the right way. And all I'm telling you, brothers, is to go into that frequency, man. Go into that frequency, lose the ego, let the pendulum swing, and let's get it, man.